Oh gosh. Oh, I got one. I got one of them. Let's go.
He's on it.
Oh, I got him. I got him.
Right there. Nice bass, just chilling, waiting for his turn. Now look over here. Oh, there's another one. Today, we'll be fishing an old quarry that is stocked every year with rainbow trout. The last time I fished this lake was when I was a little kid, and I remember seeing a giant bass lurking in the shallows. I've always wanted to go to this lake and throw a glide bait all day, and that is what I'm doing today. All right, we have made it down to the lake, pond. Actually, what I believe it is an old quarry. Rumor has it, you know how rumors are, that they were doing construction in the quarry, getting rock out, hit a spring, couldn't get the equipment out in time, and the lake flooded. You know how rumors are. I don't know if it's true, but they say never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So we got one bait today with us. I'm really hoping that I can honestly just catch one. I'm always thinking about that one bass that I saw here that was just a giant. And I know that there's gotta be at least another big one somewhere swimming around here. So we kind of have some weird conditions today because it's supposed to rain in about an hour, hour and a half, and it's gonna rain the rest of the day. I've got about 3 or 4 hours to fish, so it's one of those things. It's the summertime. I didn't even bring any rain gear. Like, we're just gonna get wet. I know it. I'm gonna be soaking wet. We're gonna be walking down the bank. I got the old shoes on. I just want to catch one. One big one would be awesome. So let's get to fishing. Way off in the distance there, it looks like there's some sort of ball of bait that is, I don't know if it's bluegill, but I saw something kind of come up through them just a second ago. So I'm assuming that somewhere on this lake it kind of goes from really shallow and probably has a little bit of a lip, and I'm guessing those bass will be sitting on that lip. I just don't know where it is, so I'm just really just kind of making casts out in the middle of nowhere and bringing that bait back. Right where that ball of bait is out there.
Oh gosh. Are you kidding? I got one. Let's go, dude. Come on, somebody. I was just about to say it's gonna be so hard to set the hook right there because I got these trees above me. Dude, oh my gosh, I'm so pumped right now. I was just hoping to get one bite. I really just had to like reel set that. That's a solid fish right there. Not a giant, but probably a 2 1/4, 2.5 pound fish. So I mean, that's a 7-inch bait right there in comparison. That's awesome, man. That gives me a ton of confidence, but there's still a ball of bait. I'm gonna throw that fish back. See you, buddy. We're gonna be able to watch him swim off because it's so clear. Well, where did he go? Now there on the back side of this lake, there's actually a river, and I gotta believe that from time to time that river has spilled over into the lake, and I'm sure there's threadfin and shad in that river. And where I'm fishing, this lake actually, the biggest saw guy, which is a mix between a walleye and a sauger, was caught. The state record was actually caught in this particular body of water. And I personally think that might be a result, again, from there being those rainbow trout that get stocked in here. And so really like to cast over this way. I just got to believe that there's a big bass in here. That fish was out there a little ways. I think he was hanging out. Oh, there's a bass right there. I see one right there. See if he sees my bait. It's not a big one. It's probably a 1.5-pound fish. Anxious to see what he thinks of this bait. He's about to collide with it though. He did not give a care. Just making long casts out there. You can kind of see where it drops. It's very shallow and then drop. I mean, a prime place for there to be a bass out there. There's another bass right there. Maybe there's more bass in here than I thought. Not a big one, but that's another little 1-pounder. Oh, there's a bluegill bed right there. Not sure if you guys can see, but right there is a little bluegill bed. Well, not little, I mean, it's probably 20 foot long. Bluegill beds are always a great place to find bass in the summer. I'll have to remember that. I'm gonna come back and hit that bluegill bed again. Oh, I 1000% should have wore some pants because I get poison ivy pretty dang good. I kind of wish we had just a slight breeze. The water is very clear, and I think a slight little chop would help, but I'm not. Pack of bluegill, and there's a bass right behind it. See that bass? See if he sees my bait. He's on it. Oh, I got him. I got him. I got him. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I hope the GoPro caught that. That was so sweet. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. That was sweet. Saw another solid chunk fish right there. So look how fat that guy is. That fish was literally hunting a pack of bluegill. I actually saw him over there, and I knew there was a clearing over here because I saw it from that side. Came over, made a cast. Oh, there's another bass right there. Let's try to get him too. All right, sorry buddy, this is a little bit of a drop. I didn't know if he would hit it or not, and he just came up and just touched the end of it. But if you can see right down there, there's a little wolf pack of bluegill, and he was just hunting those bluegill, literally just on their tail. That was cool. I wonder if that bass I caught earlier, I wonder if that was a little group of bluegill that was out there in the middle. That was so cool. I'm sitting kind of high above them right now, and so I got to see that whole thing. That was sweet. As far as my gear goes today, I am just fishing my glide bait setup that I've used. This rod is probably a little bit more limber of a rod than I think a lot of guys use for glide bait fishing. It's made by Arc. It's the Invoker Tour series, and it's actually made for a glide bait. But it's actually a very limber rod, although it's a heavy power, so it can manage the big baits, the heavier baits. But I think it's a lot more limber than most people like. But here's the thing about this rod: I have never lost a bass on it. So I haven't caught a ton of glide. I just got it last year. I think I've caught 12 or 13 bass on it. I've never lost a fish. And so the big thing with glide baits is keeping them pinned. You know, you got a heavy bait on the end of that, and keeping them pinned and being able to get them to the boat, or to the bank in this case, is everything. So I don't know, I notice things like that, that although it may be a little bit different of a glide bait rod, I've never lost a fish on it. Also, you can get 10% off this rod if you want to try her out, by using the coupon code BFHQ. As far as the reel goes, I'm not really big into having like a giant reel like some guys are when they're glide bait fishing. I'm not doing a lot of really long, super long bomb casting. Most of the time when I glide bait fish, most of the time it's target oriented, although I am making long casts right now, and I've got plenty of, you know, line capacity on this reel. This is just an ARC Gravity 5, fairly inexpensive reel for the quality, and I got 20-pound, actually I have 20-pound monofilament on this, so there's not a lot of techniques that I use mono for, really, besides a little bit of top water fishing, which most of the time it's braid to a mono leader. This is probably the only technique where I have straight mono. Just realized that the glide bait I'm throwing is actually not a trout glide bait. I swear that I had bought a trout glide bait, and even rigging it up this morning, I just realized this is not the trout color. Kind of looks like a trout, but really, I think that this is their gizzard, one of the gizzard shad type colors. The nice thing is it kind of looks like a little bit of everything. It's got that purple in it, so it's a little bit like the trout, a rainbow trout. It's got your spot like a gizzard shad. It honestly could pass as a bluegill. Either way, we got a couple of bites on it, so let's just keep on rolling. Try not to hook myself. Oh, whoa. Okay. Oh, that's a smallmouth. That is a smallmouth right there. That has to be a smallmouth. Turn around, bud. Okay, guys. Not sure if you can see this, but there's a bluegill bed right here, and there's a couple of bass hanging out in the shallows. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna attack this. All right, I finally found another bluegill bed. It's gonna be very hard for me to try to attack this. I know that right by that stick there are a couple of bass, and one's a decent one, maybe a 2.5, and the other one is a 1.5 pounds, and then there was probably a 1 pounder too. I mean, so 3. I just don't know. There's a fishing line caught in a tree right in front of me. I'm trying to figure out my best way of attacking it. Actually, it's going to be from the other side. Dude, there's 2. I just came over on this side, and there's 2 more nice bass. There's one right there. There's one out there. There is a freaking group of them here. Try not to spook them though. They are just hanging out by these bluegills, man. Spooked them. There's some nice bass sitting around here. I would expect there to be a really big one somewhere around. Should have brought a bluegill glide bait. Oh, I got one right there. Oh, he came off. Dadgummit. That wasn't a big one, but I just found another bluegill bed, a really small bluegill bed. I mean, there's literally like, camera's not going to be able to pick that up, but there's like maybe only 6 or 7 bluegill right there, but there's a ton of them on the bank. See all these bluegill? I made a cast right over that, man. That fish came up, hit it. Small fish though, it was maybe a 1-pounder. Been looking all day for bluegill beds after seeing that first one, and not until the last moment did I find these two. All right, well, we got about a half hour left, and I'm gonna walk down to the first bluegill bed that I found to try and see if I can't catch a fish around there, and then I'm gonna go to that one in the corner where there was a lot of bass. I couldn't really figure out a way to cast with the trees and be able to sneak up on them. But knowing what I know now, like if I had come here with some more bluegill bed oriented baits, I think it could have really helped. But let's see what we can do. Look at this bass right here. This is exactly what they do. He's just sitting there, kind of off the bed. Here's the bed. And here he is, just waiting for his opportunity. I'm gonna chuck my glide bait by him, but I don't know what he's gonna do. All right, I'm gonna chuck my glide bait way out there and try to bring it right across where that fish is sitting. Gosh, he got scared of it. Little wolf pack of bass, little wolf pack of bass. Come on, boys. Just dance with me. Just dance with me. Just dance with me. Yep, yep. Come on. Oh my gosh, dude, come on, you stupid fish. I ran out of freaking real estate. They're still here. Come on, dance with me. Just dance, just dance. Oh, I had him hooked. I freaking had him hooked, that same one. Well, had an opportunity there and messed it up. Gonna try to fish this one corner bluegill bed, and then we are gonna have to head out. But it's been a fun day, regardless. Let's see what happens over here. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at all these bluegill beds. Now look just off the side of the bluegill bed. Right, where are they? Oop, look right there. Nice bass, just chilling, waiting for his turn. Now look over here. Oh, there's another one. Waiting. Look, well now wait. Ooh, look at that one. Just chilling. There's 4 or 5 bass, all just waiting on their turn. I gotta try to catch one. They're sitting in about a half a foot of water though. The worst part is I have a freaking a bright white shirt on against a green background. There's no way they can't see me. All right. I pretty much have one cast. One cast. One cast, I messed it up. There's still one sitting over there. Ooh, look at there's a couple of big ones. Oh, I got one. I got one of them. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Bubba. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Let's go, baby. Nice. Dude. Was that freaking fun? Oh my gosh, I had to be so stealthy. So stealthy, but got him. Got him. There's freaking more over here, man. Beautiful fish. Beautiful. I'm gonna try to put him in and try to catch another one. That was awesome. Last second fish. All right, well, time to head back home. It was a fun day, a fun couple of hour session. Ended up catching 3, lost 1, and had a few other bites. I really feel now that I know kind of what these fish are doing, that I could come back here with a bluegill oriented either glide bait, a popper, a swim jig, and maybe pick off some of those fish. But either way, this bait was a lot of fun, and we caught some fish. So if you guys like big bait fishing, I'm actually recording a podcast tonight that will air soon, and I'm going to link it right up in this corner with Oliver and I. He's a big bait specialist. We talk not only about swim baits, but about a bunch of different big baits. So hope you guys enjoyed this. See you in the next one.